Welcome back to Two Canadians at Kafe Lise, a Vigor podcast, episode 32, Chronicles Perseverance, also known as Season 11. I'm your host, Dr. Anton, and with me is the other host,
DJ Spencer.
And yeah, we're going to go through the preview of Chronicles Perseverance. It just is previewed this week, so we're recording the same week that it was previewed. It's coming out in theory next, probably next Wednesday, or I think it's like Wednesday, which will be, I think, February the 2nd. We're recording on the 29th, and you'll be seeing this on the 31st. Yeah. So, it's coming out right away. We saw, as you may have as well, a bunch of the previews, and so we wanted to go through the various things from the new season and just talk about it. Give our impressions and opinions on it.
Unfortunately, like the season was supposed to launch last week, so we were supposed to get firsthand experience for this episode, but it's okay. Like honestly, like I'd rather like I'd rather them like push back rather than push out like something that's not complete and is super buggy, right? So I'm sure it's the right call.
And it's only a week. It's I know can be annoying, but it's not like in the past there's been times where it's been weeks where they've had to push it back, and that's where they've done stuff like extend the battle pass for people so they can get more crates, all that kind of stuff. So we're not talking a drastic change here. It's like a week, and I think this isn't the first time it's been like a week, but it's like anything. They're developing a game, and they have a timeline. And just sometimes, you just need a little bit of extra time just to because either make something tweak or just make sure it's ready, or just make sure the QA is all done. All the little ducks in the row. So I get it. I totally get it. And it's not that bad. Off the bat, this is something we usually save for the end of the podcast, so we just wanted to get it out there a little bit ahead for some of you. Please like, share, subscribe. We're just trying to get our numbers up. We're getting close though. We almost have 100 subscribers, which is kind of cool on YouTube. I don't know what perks YouTube changes their perk system, so I think at 100 subscribers, you might get a little bit of a perk. We might get something like I think it might have been like a custom URL. So I don't know if we still get something like that. So it'd be kind of cool though if we could have our own URL. And I'm sure
/2 Canadians at Kafe Lise.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I'm sure if I looked it up, I could find out exactly what they do, but I haven't done that. But anyways, we're going to be talking about the map, talking about all the different stuff in the battle pass. And when I say we're talking about the map, it's going to be really minor, because we'll probably end up doing a whole episode on the map anyways. But just to give you a preview of it.
Yeah, unlike the Grondheim episode where like it was not like a static map for 2 weeks where we could just literally just grind Grondheim. We're going to assume that Kjerstin is going to be a static map for at least 2 weeks, maybe even longer. So then we could just run as many encounters as we want to like actually like go visit like every little corner of the map itself.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I enjoy it. And it's going to be that thing where I'll be really apprehensive at first, because I remember when like Sagbrook's one of my favorite maps, but when Sagbrook first came out, it took me a long time to really get comfortable running Sagbrook, because you just you don't know every little inch of the map, right? So it's like, what's around this corner? What's around this corner? I'm going to fall to my death. I don't know, right? So, but it's going to be fun for sure. Here, we'll show you quickly here. Just a quick little. So when when you load in, they give you that little what's new in the season. Just a quick little list of the different things. It arrives with the battle pass. Kjerstin is now available in encounters. Cassette tapes is a new story. New legendary shotgun, the Remy 870. M870 joins the fight. They've tweaked shotguns and sniper rifles some. So there'll be some tweaks. And then it also mentions disorient your opponents with the improvised mine. So that's just a little list of what's going to show up when you first log in. And then after that, it's the new map. And so it's a nice looking new map. It and it's sort of it, when you're first looking at it, it seems, oh, this looks almost a little compact. You see 5 exits, you see, some POIs, and there's like only 10 POIs for this new map. But
Yep.
when you start experiencing the map, it's a big map. Like when if you look at some videos from Fox or from some of the others out there who put some out,
Yeah. Christopher
Beast, I think,
Beast.
yeah, Christopher
Yeah,
Beast,
Brian Evans as well.
yeah, they've done some maps, and it's like a like Berlin Bridges, pretty, good sized area map. So it'll take you a while to
Yeah.
get from one end to the other. So if you have a
Yeah.
specific place you want to hit and you're like in the opposite side of the map, it's going to take you most of the encounter to get there.
Yep.
Really hilly. So there's some good watch out for snipers for sure.
Okay.
The dam, of course, is really high up too, so it's like a good sniper point too. So there's points where you could probably snipe from across the map to the dam and from the dam.
Mm-hmm.
There's like
It is a gorgeous map.
it is a really nice looking map. It's got
Like
some
it,
rivers
and
running
it's
through it.
yeah. I don't think Fox is going to do like a river walk video out of this one because like some points it's like maybe like a little creek, but who knows?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But it's a fantastic looking map, and this is just showing you just the general outline of the map here. And like I said, we'll get into more detail
Yeah.
in a future episode.
And-
Hopefully, maybe even the next one. I guess we'll see how it
yeah.
goes.
Yeah. Honestly, like kudos to them. Like if they pushed back, like because originally Kjerstin was supposed to be season 10,
Yeah,
and they only launched it as a shootout map because it wasn't ready. And like if you see the videos that are out there, like the dam itself, they've even changed that because now it's like a completed dam. There's no like scaffolding or anything like that. Like the road on top of the dam is basically cleared. There's just vehicles. And like the power station is like brand new that they've done. The dam itself is a maze.
yeah,
Even some of the buildings that they typically reuse on every map, there's actually tweaks to some of them. I've noticed in some of the videos where it's like there's a brand new deck around some of the buildings or whatnot,
yeah,
or even the stuff inside has changed. And then even like you were talking about broadened bridges, like some of the fields are like way like more descriptive or
yeah.
not descriptive, but like
Detailed,
they're more detailed, right?
right?
And
Yeah.
it's like it is like fantastic. They did a like a bang up job on
And
it.
when you
So
see it, you'll understand. I can understand why it took him longer to get it out. There's a lot to this that's
yeah,
totally original. Like before, like
yeah,
all maps are original, but they have commonalities, right? Like the buildings are all static between, there's that building from that map and that building from that map. It's pretty much the
yeah,
same. But here they had to totally redesign this dam and the internals of this dam because when you go into
yeah,
this, it is big. They have
yeah,
moving elevators. They have
yeah. That's that we should talk about that. Like I know
yeah,
we were talking about we were going to keep it short, but like the
yeah,
fact that you have a mechanism that literally changes a map,
mhm,
right? Aside from like locked exits that came in brand new, right? Where you had to unlock it or you could lock it. But like
yeah,
literally here is it's a in new map mechanic where like who knows this could be like the future to adding other things like that. Um like maybe there's like a trap door or something like that, or you could trap someone inside a room or something like that. Like not an exit. But like yeah,
right.
like brand new mechanic. There's like 2 elevators, I believe. Um,
Might be
but yeah,
3. Um,
uh,
I
as
think
far
there's
as I
2
know,
that
it
are
was
side
two.
by side. Like, there's
Okay,
2 that are next to each other, and there's another one in another location. So well, now this is from watching Honorable Bandits stream, so I think there might be 3, but I'm not 100% sure
yeah.
there.
I think there's I thought there was 2 because I think there's one at the end where the power station is, and one is at the other end of the dam. But
Yeah,
I could be wrong. Yeah,
yeah,
we'll figure it out.
we'll figure it out exactly. And
Yeah.
we don't have access to the preview build, so what we're showing is just screenshots that we've taken just to show you. And we're doing our best with what we got.
Yeah, and
Um,
we will be providing links in the
yes,
description for like all the videos on YouTube for the various partners and their VODs if it was on Twitch.
yeah,
So
yeah, for sure. And I think this is something that what someone had mentioned maybe is on Smokey Dopey's stream. This dam alone could easily be a shootout location. Not like how we have it now, where it's the top of the dam. The
yeah,
internals could be a really cool shootout location, like shootout
yeah.
venue.
Mhm.
Like where we're always talking about, oh, it'd be really cool to have an internal building where we could have a shootout.
Oh yeah,
This is it. This is
yep,
literally it.
yep, yep.
Yeah. But yeah, so
Oh,
that
actually, sorry. Back to the map thing. I'm kind of curious because if you remember when we interviewed Half Metal Fox, he actually said that on the dev team there was only one person responsible for maps. Literally,
right.
one person was designing all the maps. So I don't know if this person is the only person who built this map. Like, kudos to them. Like, they did an amazing job. Or did they add more people to the map
Right.
team or
Maybe
whatnot?
they made a
That's
little
exciting.
map. Yeah,
Yeah.
either way.
So either way, kind of like made me think about that when I started seeing like some of the videos and stuff, because like the detail and
Yeah.
the work they put into it and mapping all the tunnels down in the dam. Amazing. Anyways, sorry.
I wait to experience it and actually be able to show it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And and one thing I also wanted to mention, you had mentioned how the top of the dam was cleared. It was like the same kind of thing with Sagbrook when they had Sagbrook as a
Yeah.
shootout map and as a encounter map. Because when it's a shootout map, they want to have a bunch of obstacles and a bunch of things to make it more interesting and whatever. And then when you're in the encounter map, it's different. So it's similar as it was with Sagbrook with Kjerstin. It's not exactly 100% the same, but it looks good, and you can fall off and die. So be careful.
Yep.
Don't go thinking you're gonna run along the rail and you're probably going to fall off. It'd be cool if you could slide down though and not die, but it doesn't seem like it.
You know what? I would love to see someone shoot someone on the dam with like a gun that stuns them and knocks them back. So like with the SWSH or something like that, and then see them fall to their death
All over
because they got
the
stunned.
rail.
Yeah, because they got stunned. Oh my god, that'd be so cool.
that'd be an interesting one. That'd be a clip.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be totally like in the like the anniversary challenge for like either the regular Outlanders or the
Or for the dev, or the
oh my god, that'd be there. Vigor, I did you a favor. There's one of the challenges.
Stun someone. Yeah,
Yeah,
like knock back someone off the dam. Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to like the last one where it was like jump from that bridge on Brodel and survive, or try to survive a jump from the middle, and if you extra points if you survived.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, moving on. What's the next thing?
We're talking about the cassettes, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
Yes. So cassettes, as opposed to season 10, Chronicles Vengeance, the cassettes are not part of the Battle Pass. It was kind of a big thing of contention with the community because a lot of people did not like the fact that it was part of the Battle Pass. So now it's within encounters now, and you'll actually be able to find it in loot events. So like Bard House, locked container, time safe. There will be 2 per map, from the sounds of it, but you could only carry 1 at a time.
Corresponds because there's 2 loot events per map nowadays, and
yes,
yeah.
And then you could, and then one cool mechanism that they have is the blank. You could almost think of it as a blank cassette, because whichever one you're up to, that's going to be the cassette you're going to grab. So like if you haven't caught any, the first tape you're going to find is tape 1. Then the next one you're going to find is going to be tape 2. So it's a nice little mechanic, because I kind of think about like when the vinyls came out, the vinyls, you didn't know which one spawned, and then you'd have to like look at it, and it's like, I don't know if I have this or not, right? So
And
this way here, it's kind of cool.
Grind a little to try to get the one you need. If there's like one left you need, and you keep trying to find it. Yeah.
And
that's yeah.
It's going to be funny because like, Bard House and like all those loot events are pretty busy as is. So it's like maybe you're going to get a few extra people. So.
And that's the only kind of problem I have with this way of doing it. Not that I want it to be in the Battle Pass, but having it in the loot events like this, you could finish these real quick. Like all you need is to get 10 saves. So some people they're going to have these within 10 encounters or soon. Even those of us who don't rush the save every time, a lot of people are going to be on Kjerstin, so you could be on a map that's hardly populated. A better chance of doing it. It won't take that long to get these. I like the fact that the next tape you get is always going to be the one you need. Sure, that's awesome. But I would have thought it a little bit better is if they did it more like the LP route and just had cassette players or something spawning in random locations on maps. And if you happen to get it, great. And sure, there could be maybe 1 or 2 on a map, but you don't know where they're going to be. And someone else might get at that encounter. So it takes you a little longer to get them. To make it more of a, like a typical collectible grind, as opposed to now it's going to be, as soon as you've hit your 10th safe and got out of the map, you've gotten all the tapes. And these, so far, at least in preview, they're protected by insurance. I think what I saw is, I think it was Smokey on his on the Honorable Bandits one. He had one and he got it out with insurance. So that's new.
Well, no, collectibles have been covered by insurance for a while now.
Oh, have
they? Been a few seasons. Yeah, it's been a few seasons now.
I didn't know that. I've always had in all the collectibles, so it's like
so originally they weren't. And I don't know if it was after the vinyls or before the vinyls that they became covered.
It was after, because there's one vinyl I need on PlayStation that I have picked up and not made it out with.
Okay. So it might have been the season after the vinyls came out.
Okay.
So
that's good to know. So that's not as it's not as bad. Now that it's covered by insurance, that's cool.
Yeah,
but still, I still would have liked it better if it was like on the map, random location, as opposed to always going to be in the loot LOIs. So or loot POIs or lootable POIs or whatever.
Loot events.
Loot events. There you go.
That's the word. Yeah.
But it is cool. And it is nicer that it won't take a whole season to get all the tapes, like as opposed to like how it was in the previous one.
Yeah, because that's going to be an interesting thing, because they mentioned it in the dev stream, because a lot of people actually asked about that, was because it's in the Battle Pass, how is that going to affect people who don't finish the Battle Pass? And even like, because there's technically one cassette that's part of the premium Battle Pass, if I'm not mistaken. So they're like, how does that affect? How do people get the complete set if they don't complete it? And it's like after the fact, it's like eventually Legacy Season is going to come out, but again, they're going to they said they were thinking about it already on how they're going to make that work, but we'll see what they come up with.
It might be like, are they going to rush season 10 or Vengeance or whatever as a legacy so that people can finish it, so that people get those tapes quicker? Because right now we're on the 5. 5's out now as a legacy. And so typically it'd be 6. So they might do 6 next, but then will they rush 10 so that people can get the tapes? I don't know. We'll see.
And really they've been dropping. They used to say originally they were saying that there would be one legacy season per season that would drop, and really they've been doing 2 pretty much. So
the last couple seasons they've been dropping them fairly quickly.
So
well, we're at the point now, except for on PlayStation, where I'm getting all the seasons that I've already finished on Xbox. Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, yeah, tapes, new cassettes. It's cool they're continuing the story. I haven't listened to the full story yet because I'm still missing one tape, which I should have because I'm almost done the Battle Pass on Xbox, so I should have that.
The season 10 one. I was going to say my understanding was the season 11 tapes were still under non-disclosure.
Yeah,
so NDA.
Right. No, I did mean engines. Yeah. Okay, so after that, we're moving into the new weapon, and that is the new Remington M870 shotgun, gold tier, special issue. The picture I'm using right now is the one that has the skin for the. I don't have a picture of it yet without the skin, so we won't talk about the skin at this point. When we cover the skins, then we'll talk about it. But this is just what the shotgun looks like. Nice looking shotgun. I like it better than the Chiev for sure. The Chiev was a good shotgun-ish. But man, this thing, seeing it in action, it's fast. It's like you just pump and shoot.
Yeah. I'll let you finish before I jump in.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we'll jump in a second here. You get the plan for it at level 26. And you need a level 9 crafting table to be able to make it. 32,000. It's a gold tier weapon, so it's 32,000 materials and 12 hours of crafting time to craft it. And apparently, this was one that was in the beta. So it's the last couple of weapons that they've been releasing, the L85, A1, and this were both previously available during the beta, and now they're just slowly coming out, maybe after tweaks or just to whet our appetite for new stuff.
Yeah, the Lashiav 2 was apparently part of like the early release as well.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but like the minute I saw the shotgun in action, like I saw like people's chats popping off saying like, "Oh my god, it's OP," blah 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 and stuff. I'm like, you can't judge by someone shooting in a shooting range, and I'm like, don't get me wrong, like we all know rarity in Vigor does not describe a weapon as like an elite weapon or whatnot.
Right.
It's more about the commonality of it. Now, but by all means, there is no shotgun right now that is like a dominant force. And this is going to help make shotguns viable. The tweaks we'll talk about the tweaks to shotguns later on, but this is going to be one thing that is going to help make shotguns viable in Vigor. But like I want to say the same thing as the SVU. It has a small clip size, so in here it holds, I think it's 8, including one in the barrel. So it's like a 7 plus 1, I believe. I'm not. If not, it's 8 and plus 1, so 9. But either way, if you don't hit your shots, you're dead because the reload time is like you're literally like adding one slug at a time or whatever they're called. So I don't know, to people jumping off the fence right away saying like it's OP and whatnot and this is the new meta. Yeah, I'm gonna wait and see, because even like I remember some people were saying the L85 before season 10 dropped. Oh my god, this gun is going to be OP. It's a gold assault rifle, and it's like honestly, like it's a good gun, but it's not OP. Like I'll use it in my rotation of weapons, but by no means is it OP. So I'm gonna wait to reserve judgment. I'm excited though to actually use it because it does have a little bit of range to it, because it is more like that type of shotgun. It does have more range. So
it's a longer barrel, right? That makes a big difference, because even the Lashiav, it's a pump action too. It's a shorter barrel than this one, and then you get the KS-23, which is even shorter, and now is a sidearm. But that one is also really slow to pump. So I'm looking forward to trying it and see the real world performance
Yep.
when we get our hands on it. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Next is the other new craftable from this season,
Oh, yeah.
the improvised mine. Is
Yep.
did I? No, it's supposed to be you talking. Sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I was just thinking. I'm looking at the notes, and I totally added like the cost of materials and all that stuff, and I totally forgot to do it for this one. So, but I believe this is a level 10 crafting table that it requires. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
And the worst part is like I can't even go through like patch notes or anything like that to go find it. Um, but it is a military grade weapon, so it's probably going to be the same thing as the booby trap and contact bomb, as well as the crafting time and materials. You get the plan for it at level 31 of the battle pass, which I'm a little surprised that you get the shotgun before this, just because
Yeah.
of like the rarity. It was the same thing like. Uh, when the bugle came out, the bugle was like such a good gun, and it was like literally like one of the first plans you got.
Yeah.
But either way, like uh, not bad. It is something fun. So it looks like the old toy, the monkey with the symbols.
Definitely
Um,
no monkeys. Yeah.
yeah, so it's almost like a cross between like a flash grenade and
Contact bomb.
contact bomb. Yes, thank you. Oh
Yeah.
my god. So there's a radius. So the minute someone walks into the radius, the monkey actually starts like hitting the symbols, and there's a little delay, and then it sets off a timer. Then the Outlander is disoriented. Your actual screen, instead of being like white out like a flash grenade, it's actually disoriented, so it's like kind of foggy.
Yeah.
And I kind of timed it. It's about 8 seconds, which is kind of like um a long time. So to be stunned and disoriented for that long, like you may get jumped after,
Yeah.
and you do get a little bit of damage to it. And
Depends
yeah,
on just how close you are. Yeah.
yeah. The one thing I find that to trigger it, it is like I kind of feel like you have enough time to actually move away.
It
Um,
and from yeah, we'll have to actually see in real world. From what it looked like is I think it's one. I'm not sure if it's quite 2 seconds, but it might be up to 2 seconds. It
yeah,
takes for when you trigger it to when it goes off, and it
yeah,
seems like if you're running through it, you'll most likely get to the like. I don't think you'll if you're just running right through it. You'll never get away from it. It'll go off and you'll be stunned, but you won't be damaged. If you stop
yeah,
on it, that's when you're going to get. It could be significantly damaged if you're right on it.
yeah,
Now I don't know if you like run up to it, trigger it, and run away from it. If you have more time, that you might be okay. Um,
yeah.
I don't think I saw any kind of testing like that.
No. It is very minor damage though, even with the proximity type thing. Um,
'Cause it
but
was at
yeah.
almost 40% damage when someone hit it like right
Oh,
on.
really?
I
Oh, I
think so.
must have missed that.
Yeah,
Um,
sure now.
one thing that is kind of neat, because they actually added, so next to your health bar, once you are like, if you want to call it stunned or disoriented,
Mm,
there is like a kind of like timer next to your health
yeah,
bar. So it's like a monkey type looking icon, I believe.
yeah.
So then it just goes down as the effects wears off. So,
Similar to like when
like,
you get the cold damage from the river or something.
yeah,
You get the little timer that starts up and then it ticks down. So similar kind of thing to that.
yeah. Yeah, like a lot of the tools, it's like they're fun stuff. I don't know how many people are actually going to be using it, but it is another tool for your toolbox, right? And I don't mind it. It's something original. Well, original to Vigor type thing. So I like it. Nice little like addition type thing.
Right. I'm just going to move this next thing we have on our list to the end, just to put it with
Oh,
the other
okay.
changes. As you guys are like, what are you
Mhm.
guys talking about? It's okay. Don't worry. It's all fine. But yeah, so next is we'll start talking about things that are in the battle pass. So starting out with are the new outfits. The first one is Valhalla at level 1. The second one is is Valhalla, not Valhalla, Berserker Denim at level 43. And so when you look at the two, they don't look a lot different. There's a few little differences to them. It's mostly to do with, I think, tattoos. So, like, one has like a dark blue tattoo, the other has like a light blue tattoo on one arm. The shoulder skins that make up that replace the backpack on this one get a little darker in the second one. So there are some differences to it, but they're not as much as I would kind of like between these two. Um, yeah, like I don't see a huge difference between these two outfits. Like they're obviously there. It's just, oh, yeah. But then after Berserker is the Raider outfits, and that's the one that has three versions. There's Raider Denim. Okay. it
Yep.
And then you have the next Raider, which is called Valhalla. And again, it looks very similar to Raider Denim. They both have denim vests, they both have denim jeans. It just,
Yep.
the tattoos are a little different.
Yep.
And then the end, you get Raider Freya, and I think this is probably the best one of of these two skins.
Yeah, with
It
like
has
the leather vest.
the leather vest. It has some patching on one of the shoulders, and I think even on the back there's some different patches. And because it's darker, I think it just looks the best, and that's the one you get at the free tier at level 50. So, yeah,
Yeah.
um, yeah, it's just weird. You get these, and I like the concept of these skins. One of my favorite seasons was was it 7? Which one was Junkers?
6.
6 was
Yeah,
Junkers. Just because
Trapper
on the
was 7.
yeah, so that's right. Trappers was 7, Junkers was 6. I really like Junkers because it had that sort of Mad Max kind of feel to it. With these, sort of patched together outfits that are like just a little bit of everything thrown together. And these um, Viking ones or these Norse themed ones are very similar to that. It's like he's thrown a bunch of stuff together, to give it that feel of a Viking slash Norse, whatever. But then it also kind of feels a little bit post apocalyptic to me.
Yep. Well, see, so what I've kind of gathered from like a couple of the partners talking is the cassettes are actually going to tell you more about the outfits.
Oh, okay.
So why season 11 is, or Chronicles Perseverance is uh about Vikings. So I'm kind of curious, and that's probably why the NDA is still active. So I'm kind of curious. Personally, like, yeah, like the theme overall, like, you would have thought Norway, it's in that area where, Vikings and historically have kind of been prevalent. Um, so it kind of made sense because, like, they you can't consistently throw out army type cosmetics, right?
Yeah.
So like eventually they would have to like throw something out there that's non whatchamacallit, like
Yeah.
military grade. Especially
Military.
like
Yeah.
this game is, like you said, post apocalyptic Norway.
Hmm.
Norway is not full of army people. Like I'm sure they have their own army, but like
Yeah.
there's regular Joes, right? Farmers and whatnot. So it's yeah. So I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I don't particularly like these skins are like they're not my favorite, but the level of detail and like we'll talk about it throughout like the other things in this battle pass is like the level of detail in like the skins like cosmetically for like the Outlanders and the guns and whatnot, like the last 2 seasons or even 3, the level of detail has increased. And I guess we can talk about now. So in the screenshots that Doc posted, the helmet itself has rings all around. Those rings actually move as you move, right?
Mm-hmm.
That has never been done in any prior seasons. Like, there's a backpack further down that has a knife, and the knife actually swings.
Yeah,
we have never seen physics as part of like cosmetics. So like, I don't think people like, even though like people may not overall like this theme or whatnot, like the fact that they're incorporating physics into like the skins and stuff like that, like this is huge, because like we could actually, like, there's going to be more coming to it. So I'm excited. It's just like the level of detail is just, it's increasing, and it overall it's going to make the game better and look better. So
for sure. Yeah, so even while I might be underwhelmed just with the look of the skins themselves, the detail on them is fantastic, for sure.
Yeah.
And then after we look at these 2 skins, we're going to look at the weapons. The weapons here.
The weapon skins.
The weapons.
Engraved.
Engraved, it's called.
So we'll start off with level 3 is the ZA M72, which is the LMG. All of these kind of like are, I guess they're kind of like runish, I guess.
Yeah, I
from
guess.
Norse, or is just etched? I don't know, because it's not the same as the previous season that had etched weapons, right? So
because there's like the steampunk ones are some of the steampunk ones had some etching, kind of.
But there was one that was actually called etched or engraved. Yeah. Actually, no, it was etched. This is engraved.
Yeah.
So this one is different.
Engraved before it was etched. You're right.
Yeah.
Because the Parker Hale had one that was called etched, I think. Yeah.
So then that would have been 2 seasons ago then that
right.
that came out. So yeah, I kind of like these ones.
I like some of them. Like this MA them 72 isn't my favorite. I know other people have mentioned this too, and I just find the woods etching or engraving or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Etched. Engraved.
Yeah, it's etched.
Yeah.
Well, are you talking this season?
This season, yeah.
This season is engraved.
Engraved. Okay.
Yeah.
The engraving on the wood is just a little too busy on this one for me.
Okay.
Yeah, and all these weapons have this effect on the metal parts. I'm not sure if they're going for like a Damascus steel. Is that what that's supposed to be?
It almost looks like it, eh?
Yeah, I think they're going for a Damascus steel, and sometimes it seems all right, and sometimes, like this one particulars for me. What's the next
one? Next one is the new shotgun, the Remy 870, which like I like this one.
This one's not bad.
Like it's exciting that you have a new weapon and you have like a nice skin to go with it. So, and this one is just at level 9, so you do get it early on. Next is the M1911, which for the most part it's just the barrel that has that like steel change, like you said, the Damascus.
The grip has, it's, I don't know, doesn't have much on it. There is like a couple little designs on the grip, but there's not too much there.
After that, the ultra fabulous M249, best LMG in the game. This one too, there's not a whole lot of engraving, but you have the Damascus steel. I might actually rock this one because I don't think I have a skin that is worthy of my M249. So
yeah, I don't think so either. I'm just trying to think what I'm using on an M249. It might just be like a purple skin or something. I don't think there's much out there for it.
Yeah. I don't think so either. Next, the IZH at level 23. I kind of like this one. The butt of the butt of the gun has some engraved in the wood. It's it's nice.
Yeah.
Definitely enjoy that one. After that, we have the sawed-off shotgun at level 27. I kind of like this one, but like the sawed-off is one of those shotguns that is like hard pass. I'm sorry.
Well, I have to see what skins I have for it. Maybe I'll throw it on there because there's also the rust skin, and some people don't like the rust skin. I
Yeah.
like rust skins,
Oh
so I
yeah.
think I have the rust skin on it now, and I don't know if I'd change that out for this or not. I mean,
Yeah. After that, we have the Scorpion at level 33.
again,
Very simple.
minimalist. For
Yeah.
it's like the grip is wood and has a few little things in it, but not much. And
Yeah.
then it's again the mostly metal in that
Yeah.
Damascus kind of style. Yeah,
But sometimes less is more, Doc.
yeah,
You said
that's
minimalist.
like
Yeah. Um, the next one is the VZ52, which at level 40, 41. I'm actually excited because I love the VZ52 and I'm still rocking the default skin on it
yeah.
because I do not like any of the skins that I have. Like nothing is worthy of touching my VZ52. This one I actually kind of like.
Yeah, this one's nice. Again, it's kind of minimalist. There's a lot of wood to it,
Yeah.
but they have like a sort of a compass looking on the stock. And yeah,
Mhm.
it looks clean. It looks nice.
Yeah. And that's why I love it.
Yeah,
And then level 49, the SVD, which this one has so much engraving on it.
it does.
Uh,
Yeah,
I kind of like it, but I kind of like the scrim wrap that we got this
yeah,
season for the SVD. So I'm kind of torn.
yeah. I don't know if this would
So,
replace the script or not. Yeah, that'd be a tough call.
but yeah, I do like this one a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, and yeah, that's the last. They did a lot of skins. When you look at all the different weapons, they did they
Yeah.
went all out. That's pretty cool.
And it one thing like I'm kind of excited. I kind of talked about it, right? They changed the way they do the weapon skins, so now it's a wrap instead of like basically hand detailed, I guess, every weapon
Hmm.
skin. So I don't know. It'd be nice to have like the full set for like every weapon because now it's like we have it just for these 9 weapons, but we have
Yeah.
some 69, 70, 80, or no, 72 roughly weapons. So it's
Yeah.
like it'd be kind of nice to have it all because like we talked about it before, right? Like the steampunk line, love it. Carbon fiber, love those ones. But it's only available on certain weapons. So
Well, and it depends on the weapon, I think, too, because or the skin too, because I think the ones that do other wraps are more of the ones that are very generic. You know what I mean? So like during Halloween, they brought out those few skins, and no matter what weapon it was
yeah.
on, it was essentially the same skin, just on a different weapon.
Mhm.
These are almost seem like they're custom, right? Because
Oh,
all the
maybe.
etching, yeah, all the engraving that's on this wood, we didn't see that necessarily in all the other ones, so it varied. So
But I wonder if they could actually like outline what like the wrap for which sections. So like where it's wood, they can
right,
mark it and then it's like apply this wrap to that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like specify it.
maybe
But I don't know.
mm,
I'm just like guessing as how it's done now at this
what
point.
the
So
process is. Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
But anyway.
Okay, so that's that was all the different the engraved weapon skins.
Yeah.
Next in the battle pass, we're going to be talking about the shields as backpacks. So they're kind of cool. People I've heard people say, "Well, where are you supposed to put your stuff?" But you see some of the backpacks you have, you can't put much in those backpacks.
Yeah.
So it's just leave it to the imagination. You're carrying out that stuff somehow.
Yeah.
People complain about not being able to take multiple crates out anymore. How are you carrying multiple crates? So
Yeah.
you find
How
a
do you
way.
carry one crate out?
How do you carry one crate out? Exactly. Yeah. Maybe the little bulbous point in the shield is hollow. I don't know.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's like a little door you open, you put your stuff in, you close it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the shields, the round shields, there's about 4 different ones. I think it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 different ones.
5.
And I like them. I think they're pretty cool. 5?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. 5. So the first one shows up at level 2, and that's this one here. That's called Perseverance. Level 13, you get Strength. Almost looks like a couple like cross-eyed, or it's like cross-eyed or something. A couple little eyes that are pointing in. I don't know. It just is interesting. Then at level 22, you get Loyalty. This one's kind of cool. Kind of a faded blue with some runes. And I'm
Yeah.
sure the runes mean something. Maybe they mean loyalty. I don't know where it comes from.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure like all the shields, those are like emblems or whatnot that represent those things.
Probably, yeah. Then after Loyalty at 39, you get Courage. And yeah, they almost look like flags. Some of these, like, it looks like it could have been a flag that's
Yep.
been adapted into a shield. And
Yeah,
then
flag.
and last is level 47, Dragon. And this one's pretty cool. Like a runic version of a dragon. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could definitely.
I like them. I like them. I don't know if I'm going to be rocking them. Like they look good, but
I like to play around with my look once in a while. So maybe on occasion I might rock it. But yeah.
But where's mine with the bullseye on my back?
Yeah, no kidding, right? Or you know what? It'd be kind of cool to have like the the hypnotic swirl, and then get it to turn. So when someone's looking at you from behind, they get disoriented.
Yeah, there you go. See, we're working with physics on some other stuff. Next step, rotating shields.
There you go. Yeah,
you will not shoot me in the back.
No, it's like, whoa, I can't get a beat on them. It's swirling. I'm getting dizzy. All right.
Yep. Next, face paints. So you have the Huggin. I'm probably going to butcher these words, but Huggin face paint. Almost looks like a bird across the eyes, whatnot.
Yeah, almost makes me think of the phoenix. If it was red, I would think it was a phoenix.
Yeah. After that was level 4. Level 19, you have the Berserker. I don't know what to think about these face paints, to be honest, because I don't wear face paint.
I do, but it's not.
Yeah,
like
you have the sad clown all the time. Well,
I haven't said more. I've been rocking one that's from, I think, what season was it? Might have been Junkers, and I can't remember. I think it might be called Wraith or something. So it has like black around the eyes, and they come down to red points. So I rock a few different ones. I like some of the face paints, but not all of them. Like these ones are really well done. Don't get me wrong. Like some of the old ones that were where it was like the whole face was green, or some of them I didn't like. I thought they looked kind of waxy. None of these really look waxy to me, so they looked well done. Whether I'll rock them, I don't know.
After that, we have Oracle at level 21.
Yeah, I think that was Oracle. Yeah, I was on Oracle. There we go. Yeah.
I don't know why that one makes me think of oh my god, what was the prequel movie to Aliens?
Doesn't
it start with a P?
Yep, Prometheus.
That I don't know why I see this. That's what I think of.
It makes you think of the progenitors, or whatever they're called.
Yeah,
that alien race that were in the ship that the aliens, we first encountered them.
I see this face paint. That's the thing I thought about right away.
Makes me think of God of War a little bit, because of course
that one too.
Themed game, right?
Yeah,
and it sort of looks a little like some of his paint.
Yep. Next, I'm going to butcher this one so bad.
Yggdrasil, I think it is.
Yggdrasil, yes.
Yeah, I think so. It's a weird one.
Yeah, it's pretty plain actually. It's almost like just like a 5 o'clock shadow, but it's probably like dirt or whatnot.
It's if you had anything else on your head, you'd probably miss it, because it's yellow or goldish. It's really hard to see. I know my pictures aren't the best because we're grabbing them from screenshots, so I'm sure it'll look better when you actually get a good look
Oh
at it in
yeah.
your shelter.
Oh yes.
But it
I do see it.
is kind of it's a little bit muted. It's kind of underwhelming is maybe the word. I don't know.
Yeah.
maybe maybe it'll look better. We'll see, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Yggdrasil
Um,
or something like that. Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah.
just butchered it.
It's yeah, I'm not even I don't know, I'm butchering it, I'm sure. So
Yeah.
we're just doing our best.
Yep.
The Norse had some interesting pronunciations for sure.
Yes.
Um, then we're gonna go back onto the helmets. We probably should have done the helmets with the outfits, but that's okay. Because these helmets, like there's the Berserker helmet. Well, that's what it is, the Berserker helmet. And the
Yep.
first one is Freya, which you get at level 5. They're nice looking helmets, and these are the ones that have the chain links that move. We were talking about with the physics, and
Yep.
they're pretty cool. Um, yeah, I don't know if I'd ever wear them. They might seem a little sweaty if you see someone out there. You might think, oh, there's a sweat if they're rocking a helmet like this. But it is a very nice looking helmet though, like for sure.
Yep.
Um, after that is at level 16, you get the Njord helmet. Has like the
Yep.
blue runes on the forehead there. Otherwise, doesn't look too much different from the last one. But the one that people are probably going to be rocking the most is the level 45
Yeah.
tier because it has the red on the front.
Yep.
Yeah,
That one's kind of intimidating.
yeah, for sure, absolutely. Yeah, and it goes with the outfits. It goes with the Berserker and the other one too, the Raider outfits. You could see someone
Yep.
wearing those outfits with these helmets. They would work together.
Yep.
Uh,
Uh,
let's
I
see.
could see people coming up with original like
Oh, sure.
costumes with everything, right? But
Mhm.
yeah, they do blend in nicely with the whole theme. Next, you know what? I actually love these bags. So they're makeshift rucksacks.
Yeah.
Um, so the first one is at level 6. It is Vegvisir. Um, it almost looks like um, almost like a tarpish or like a plasticky bag or a blanket that's like kind of like tied up. And then
Oh,
this has the knife at the back of it,
and to
and
me, it
there's like
looks
a
like
rune at it.
the green coat that's been turned into a bag.
Oh, good
That's what I
call.
was
So, like,
thinking. Yeah.
maybe they killed the green coat and then used their coat as a makeshift. Oh, good shout.
That's what I
Nice.
was thinking. That's what I was thinking. As soon as I saw these bags, I'm like, oh, okay, someone's taking coats and
Yeah. Oh, nice.
and that
Yeah,
knife
and
you're talking about the physics. That knife is the one that swings back and forth.
yeah. So this one has the knife. There's also like a kind of like a horn that's like a drinking cup tied to the side as well. So that's the first one that you get at level
Yeah.
6. The next one is at level 34, which is called the potato sack,
Yeah.
which it is
Could
kind of
be a
creepy
potato
because
sack, but it could also be because isn't there like a trapper coat that looks a little like that? But maybe
I would say maybe like a hunter's outfit would look closer
yeah.
like that. Um,
There's like yeah, it's bloody.
the blood at the bottom, yeah, the bottom of it's kind of bloodied.
Yeah.
But you still have the knife and the little like horn cup with the ropes tying it all up. Yeah, this one's pretty badass.
It
It's kind of creepy at the same
looks
time.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Next is Pilgrim at 42, level of 42 of the Battle Pass. This one here is very, very creepy because it's like at the top, it's almost like a brown leather, but at the bottom, it's like almost like a rotting kind of like, I don't know if it's like kind of like a hide or something like that.
Yeah.
That's,
I think on Christopher Beasts they were saying maybe it's like dried blood, which is possible.
oh, yeah, for sure. But
Yeah.
like, I don't know what the material is. Like, I don't know if it's like a hide from like, some kind of animal or whatnot, but either way,
Yeah.
it's like this one's kind of creepy.
It's been through some
Um,
stuff.
yeah, definitely. Um,
And the knife has like little gold etching, which is kind of cool. And so is the drinking horn
yeah,
on the bottom is like a little gold tip.
yeah, it is kind of nice.
Yeah. But they're
And then
cool bags.
Yeah, the rucksacks are like fantastic. They're very, very well done.
Yeah, and I think that there's only the 3. That was the last one. Yeah, the Pilgrim at
Yeah.
level 42. And then going on from there, they had some new gloves. Surtr, or Surtr.
Yeah.
Obviously, those the Church of Surtr on Fjallcanton, so it's got to be related to that worship. Um, I don't know. They're not like my favorite gloves or anything. They're kind of fingerless, palmless. It's kind of like they just sort of cover the back of the knuckles.
Yeah.
So, and it looks like it has some screws in it or something. So I don't know if it's supposed to be like a brass knuckle kind of thing. I don't know. But the first one you get at level 7, and that's called the dark leather. After that, you get a pair at level 12, and that's the denim. Yeah. After denim, you get light leather at level 44. Doesn't look too bad, I guess. Yeah, and that's it. There's like the 3 sets of the gloves. And I think maybe the first ones you get at level 7 maybe are the best of them for me because the darker leather look.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
It looks like whatever etched on the gloves too is the same thing on every one, right? It looks.
Yeah,
Of
it
it.
must be how you spell Surtr maybe in
That
Nordic maybe? I don't know.
maybe.
That's like an N, but like an EN or something, but
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Or
Oh,
enter.
maybe it is Surtr. Yeah, you might be right. Because
Maybe.
maybe they use upside down.
Yeah, maybe. Well, yeah, maybe.
After that, I'll just do like all the helmets and face
Yeah.
masks. So like we have a new goalie mask called Rune. So this one's kind of like a faded one. It almost looks like rust, but it's not. And then there's like etchings below the eyes and on the nose and between the eyes as well. Um, Pretty badass. I'm sure there's a
Actually,
lot of sweats
that's
out
my
there
favorite
that
goalie mask, really.
uh,
I'm not a big fan of the goalie
yeah,
masks.
I kind of like the there's one that's kind of rusted looking. I like that one.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
want
true.
to say
Yeah, that one's
I
not bad.
want to call it Beast, but I'm not 100% sure if that's what it's called. But
Yeah, I'm not
I
sure.
don't typically rock the goalie mask because it's usually like a sweat, and I don't
Yeah, you
consider
see a
myself
goalie mask, you're instantly thinking, "Oh, there's a sweat.
yeah.
Someone's gonna be a sweat." Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Next is some new helmets from the season. These are actually like amazing. So the
They're
first one
really
is
nice and
called
detailed.
yes. Uh, so they're the helmet of the Aesir. I'm
Yeah.
not
And
sure
it's
how to
that
pronounce that.
AE that's combined, so I'm sure there's a proper pronunciation for it, but who knows what it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Uh,
someone.
yeah. So the first one's called Loki. 11. I want to say this is actually my favorite one out of the bunch. Because it's all silver. There's like etchings, basically like head to toe, like everywhere on it. Because there's like a back flap. And then there's almost like a mask that goes down to the nose and everything with the eye holes. It is very shiny. Like I said, like the level of detail is like
Yeah.
amazing on this thing.
Yeah.
I hopefully everyone sees it and says thinks the same thing that even though it may not be their cup of tea, they do appreciate the the detail of it.
The amount of work that went into the detail, yeah.
Yeah. Next, which this one's kind of funny because this one is very very plain. Is called
Yeah.
Iron.
It almost seems like they should have been swapped or something.
Hmm.
Like, this
Yeah,
should have
because
been the
this
low level one, and not that it's not bad, and it's bad or anything, it's just
it's plain. It's almost the same helmet except there's like barely any etchings. You only have like a little bit around the eyes. That's it.
yeah.
And then after that, you have Odin, which Odin was king. You have a bunch of gold trim. The eyes are all gold. You have some very nice etching all around it. But yeah,
And it's like gold and black, and that's what I kinda like about this one is the, um the recessed parts are in black, which I think really, they go they off black and gold work well together, so
Yeah.
That's why I do I really do like this one. Sure.
Yeah.
After that, it's going to be the new another type of, well, in the glove slot is the ostentatious jewelry. So it's just some rings. So and it's on both hands. So when you equip it, you have rings on both of your hands. You get the first one at level 28, and it's called Huskarl. Huskarl. And sort of the bluish. You get like the big blue gem, and then a few rings. Next at level 50, it's the oh no, level 37. Sorry, that was at level 28. Level 37, you get the Jarl, and it's again this time you have like a green gem. There's a little bit of purple on one of the rings, and then at the final one's at level 50, and that's King, and that's you get a red gem, the blue, green, then red. So I take what it's not bad. It's absolutely they're kind of cool. I don't know if maybe I'll rock them, maybe I won't. Gloves are one of those things like, yeah, maybe I'll rock. Who pays attention to gloves too much, I guess. So
Yeah.
maybe who knows if anyone's going to notice. Half the time, you don't really care what people are thinking. It's for you. So
Yeah.
if this is something that appeals to you, then yeah, go for it. It's different. It's a new thing that they're trying, and maybe that means maybe next they'll do sandals. I don't know.
Yeah.
Running around in flip flops because they're doing something
Yeah.
new with the feet. I don't know.
No, I think it'll be something else for like the hands or
Yeah,
whatnot, but yeah,
yeah, yeah,
definitely.
yeah. But that's the
Uh
ostentatious jewelry.
yeah. Next is the Survivalist Quiver, so it's another backpack. Um
These are cool.
so yeah, typically like a quiver is for bows and arrows, right? If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
typically. Yeah, yeah. That's
So
what you would use a quiver for your arrows.
so so here they actually have like lead pipes and whatnot in them. And then there's like
Kind of funny considering that there's no real melee in this game.
yeah,
And you got all these like lead pipes that you can't use.
yeah. And then so on one side of the quiver you have the rolled up sleeping bag, I guess. And then on the other side you have like a shovel and some rope. And then there's like a smaller pouch towards the bottom of it. And this quiver here, the initial one called Tan at level 15, you actually have some nice etchings or engravings in the leather
Yeah.
itself. Uh,
Yeah, and it's cool
mm,
the addition of the folding shovel
yep.
sort of in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Next is camo, which is at level 25. So same thing, is just like a variation on the color. So the sleeping bag and the cover for the shovel itself are like a greenish or camo, well, camo green.
Yeah.
And the quiver itself has, instead of like the same etching, there's like an etching, and it pretty much looks like a dragon with an
Yeah,
open mouth. So that's what that one is. And then after that, we have, oh my God, I don't know how
Mjolnir.
to say that. What's that?
Mjolnir?
Is that what it is? Milnir?
Yeah, Mjolnir. It's named like Thor's hammer.
Oh, that's how you spell it?
Yeah,
Oh, I did not know that. Today I
Mjolnir or
learned.
Meow Meow if you watch the Thor
No.
movies, and
Yeah,
Pat Jennings calls it Meow Meow.
yeah. um, so this one here, same thing. The sleeping bag is like a grayish with like some reddish hinges or tins to it.
Yep.
Same thing with the cover for the shovel, which also has a couple of like patches that are kind
Yeah,
of
and
like
the one
there.
patch in gold there, that is like that's like the representation of Mjolnir.
Oh,
Thor's hammer.
okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say it almost looks like the basic title for this season as well.
I think that's where the
What it
titles
is?
is
Okay.
inspired from. Yeah.
Okay. And again, the quiver itself has like some etchings, kind of in the middle and at the top, and the trim at the top is actually a different color. It's like a
Yeah.
reddish almost. So,
It's a nice
uh,
bag. It's a nice
yeah, it is.
yeah. After that, we're going into a couple things that are. I'll just do both of them because
Yeah.
they're reskins or new versions of old things.
Yep.
We get the ballistic mask, the new ballistic mask. You get this at level 46, and it's called Sacrifice, and it's not
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah. There's like
It's like the
blood on
time,
it. Yeah.
yeah, like with red blood or whatever. I think on Christopher Beast they were saying it'd go good with the that one sweater you got for Halloween, the Freddy
Oh, the
Krueger.
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be kind of creepy with it. You wouldn't be able to wear the hat with it, but it'd still go pretty well.
Yep.
Then you get a new version of the Outlander backpack, which is kind of
Yep.
nice. It has the Norway flag on the cup. You get this at level 18. It's called Denim Patchwork.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
This one's pretty nice. I like it, and this is similar to like the anniversary one, if I'm not mistaken, or one of the
yeah,
anniversary ones.
yeah,
So
I think you're right. I think there's a version of this for the anniversary, isn't it? No, no. Well, there's two different ones, wasn't there?
yeah, yeah. But one
Yeah,
of them is this guy.
yeah, yeah. So it's definitely a nice one. And then, so yeah, that's basically the new, all the different things that you're going to see in the battle pass.
Yep.
Now we'll take a look at the titles. So take us through the titles.
Yeah, and ever since like they moved to like the 3D titles, like they're just like phenomenal. Like these ones here, like the lower level ones are like not as impressive, but like when you get towards like the third and fourth ones, like they're just spectacular.
Yeah, because it's, and again, I think this is like the representation of Mjolnir, same kind of symbol, I believe. That's what, and it's sort of upside down. But then yeah, they add then the little face mask sort of from um the the Berserker helmet. Was that what it's called? Yeah, the Berserker helmet.
Yeah,
Almost looks a little like it.
yeah,
Yeah. And then yeah, you get the gold, which is a couple of axes. And that would have, you almost, if they would have been doing more with melee, you almost think this would have been a season to bring out an axe as a melee weapon. And someone in my stream had mentioned that too. There should be an axe coming out.
yeah,
Uh, that would have been kind of cool, even if it's not usable.
yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing too is like they stopped putting out knives because at basically every season they used to come out with a different knife. If not, there was, I think there was a couple where they actually came out with two knives, but every season there was a new melee weapon, and it's like at one point they actually said in dev stream, it's like we stopped putting out melee weapons because we know melee system is not working, so we're not going to add to it, and I suspect that's maybe why we didn't get an axe is because like people would have said like complained
Fix
or whatnot.
melee. Which they
So,
do every time anyways. Like
yeah,
you see in people's streams, there is a preview of a new stream. Did they fix melee?
yeah, yeah, and that's the thing is like, and they say it's on the list of things to do, but it's
Yep.
low on a priority list. So uh,
Mhm.
they do know it's an issue,
Yeah.
and
But
but we should
they're
point
nice
out.
looking. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying they are nice looking titles. And then when you get to the end, it has that gold ring around. It has
Yeah,
the shield with the sort of the gold etched ring or engraved ring. Yeah.
yeah. But I will add to the melee thought. Uh, they do listen to the community, and so maybe we will get that sooner rather than later, even though it's a low priority item on their
Great.
list. So, anyways,
Yeah. So that's all the different titles. I've shown all the titles as we've been talking here. From yeah, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond. So
yep,
that's what you have to look forward to. And they do a great job with these 3D ones. Nothing's floating off of these ones, but they do look pretty nice.
yep.
And then
Um,
last, we'll just just give brief mention of there's a
yep,
potential new outfit. We don't know what it's related to. Um, I'll just quickly show it here. It's called Fenrir, when Fenrir is the legendary Norse wolf um, from their mythology. And so that's what this is called. It has a couple wolf heads on it because it has the face mask. It's the same outfit from the anniversary set. just with the reskin. So it's kind of cool looking. We don't know anything about it, what's coming from, if it's going to be part of the next premium pack or what.
It would be an educated guess that it would be, but
just guessing there. But yeah, that's a potential new thing coming out, so we'll see.
Next, Eliminations, and well, technically Shootout as well. Apparently both of them are going to be getting some loadout changes. So I didn't catch like a ton of streams where there was a preview of Eliminations, but
and it's tough for the partners to show it because typically Eliminations and Shootout, you have to have a bunch of people in at the same time. So getting a bunch of partners together to try to do this all at the same time when they typically stream at varying wildly different times, it can be tough, right?
So War Dog had it, and I did see a couple of them. So like the SVU was paired with the AKM, which is a brand new one. There was SKS with something else. But it is nice to see that they refreshed it. Like honestly, I would love to see every season a refreshed loadout for like both Elimination and Shootout. So
right, change things.
That's good to know. And Eliminations now they've rejigged the point system, so now it's kind of like based off of damage done. So like if you would get a hit but not a kill, you'd get 10 points for every hit you would get. And then you get like 100 points for the kill, and plus a bonus for the headshot. Now it's pretty much based off of the damage you do. So if you get like 90% of the damage on someone, but someone else gets the kill, you're still going to get more points than that person. Unless they get a headshot, then they might surpass you in that point. But it is nice to see that they rejig that, because there's a few times where it's like you're just not getting the kills. But assist wise,
you're getting a lot of hits and doing a lot of damage, but people get the kills, and then you're like way at the bottom of the leaderboards just because you've gotten hits and you're getting 10 points per hit, but it's not the same as getting the 100 points for the kill.
And so it should make it a little easier, assuming there hasn't been changes to like how they reward crates, because if you're on the losing team, you would get a common crate if you had 1,000 XP or 1,000 points. So hopefully, unless that's changed, maybe they upped it. I'm not sure yet, but it is nice to see, and maybe it is a little easier to get those common crates out of limbs if you do lose. But this also does mean that Doc, we are going to have to redo our Eliminations episode.
We may have to do, we'll probably have to take a look and see how much it's changed. But we may have to do a redo. There's probably a couple episodes we're getting to the point where we may have to do redos. Like we're finding loot. There's a new map now, so we may have to redo that one just so we can include the new map. For sure. I'll let you continue on with this next one because I don't know the tweaks. Hopefully you
do. So they did tweak sniper rifles and shotguns. So I wasn't able to watch a ton, but from what I gathered, shotguns, the crosshairs, and this goes across all shotguns, the crosshairs are now tighter, and now you do not have, there's no difference between standing up, going crouched, or prone. They're always going to be the same thing.
Right.
So it is going to be a lot easier, and that we kind of talked about, like with the Remy, how it kind of makes shotguns a little more viable. Well, this is actually going to help every shotgun across the board be a little more viable. It's one thing to like say that, but again, like I'll reserve judgment once we actually get in there and test it out. But it is it is definitely nice to have, and apparently now it's a little more consistent when you're actually using a shotgun and getting hits. Now the tweak to sniper rifles, the biggest thing is essentially they kind of talked about it when the L85 came out. The recoil mechanic is different from all the other weapons. Well, that mechanic has now been brought over to all the sniper rifles. So the recoil pattern, instead of like bouncing around, it's more like a vibration, and as well as I forget who said it, but third person is the crosshairs are a little tighter and a little more accurate, but they actually increased recoil to compensate for that. So those are kind of the rough changes. I know, again, I saw some people kind of losing their minds that they've nerfed the SVU into the ground or whatnot. Let me try it out. Like, I love the SVU, but like, it was not necessarily meta. Like, I've talked about this before. The SVU is very, very good, but if you don't hit your shots, you're dead, because you only have 10 bullets plus one in the chamber, so 11 shots. If you're not hitting your body shots, you're dead anyways. So it is a high skill weapon. So pretty much all the snipers should be a high skill weapon. So I'm kind of curious to actually try it out myself and see.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's hard to, it's, people hear tweaks to, oh my god, they're messing with weapons, and
Yeah.
it's like the roof is, the sky's falling, and it's like, oh come on, okay, you have to even try them yet.
Yeah.
And
The minute someone says nerf, is like they lose their mind. It's like, remember when like they upped the rarity on the Raffica, and they said that they nerfed it into the ground, and like the Raffica is still very viable. So
still a really good pistol, and and it's more that they're bringing the recoil physics more in line with what they're trying to do with some of the other weapons, right? So it's not like,
yeah,
oh, we're nerfing them. It's like, okay, we're just trying to adjust the action and the how the weapons respond
yeah,
more in line with how we're doing it with all the other weapons now, or some of the newer weapons, so that
yeah,
bringing things in line so
yeah.
it's more uniform.
Yeah, and like they've talked about it for a while. It's like they wanted to
Yeah,
go through every weapon and make sure the gunplay is actually consistent across all the weapons, or the weapon types. So, it's not like this is not expected. Like, they've literally gave us a heads up, like 2 seasons ago or three
yeah.
seasons ago, that it was basically going to happen at some point. So
Whether you get the people on the forums or on Facebook or whatever, and
yeah,
it's always like, oh, this is game's over. I'm not playing it anymore. Fine, go. There's other people who are playing it who love it. So if you don't love it, that's great. There's other
yeah,
games for you then.
yep.
Yeah.
Um,
And what you mentioned also at the beginning before we started
oh,
recording, the
yes,
ammo.
yes. Oh, yes. So this is a big one. I don't think a ton of people mentioned it, because I hadn't seen it in like quite a few videos, or streams. But the VSS, they actually upped the ammo clips in your inventory to 30. So it used to be 10. So now it's going to be a stack of 30, which is huge, because if I ever use the VSS, I literally filled up my ammo, or my loadout, with ammo. I had no space left, because I usually bring in like 200 ammo, and it would
Yeah.
fill up my thing. Modvlog would lose his mind, because I literally had no space in my inventory. So I'm actually super excited, because I like the VSS, but that's one of the reasons, or that's pretty much the only reason why I was using it more, is
Yeah.
because I would bring so much ammo, and uh, it, it was a waste,
Yeah. And you're
unfortunately.
still limited to the fact that you can only carry, or you can only load 10 and plus one in the
Yes.
chamber. So it's still a
Yeah.
10-round mag.
Yeah. So it
But
basically matches the SVU.
yeah. Yeah. Really.
So yeah,
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
that's a nice little change.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the next season. Chronicles Vengeance, or Perseverance. I'm sorry, Vengeance was last season. Chronicles Perseverance, or
Yep.
also known as season 11.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a interesting looking season. There's stuff I like in it, absolutely, and some stuff I'm more like, whatever. But
Hmm.
big thing, looking forward to the new map, playing that new map, getting a bunch of stuff in on that. Um, got 10 POIs to cross off the list.
Yep.
Gotta get them all.
Yep.
Yeah.
And shout out to all the partners for like the preview streams and YouTube videos that they put out. Do check them out. And
Yeah.
as I mentioned, we'll put it in the description, so check
we'll
it out. Because if it wasn't for them, like we wouldn't have even been able to do this episode, really. So
yeah, it helps because we get to watch their streams, support them, and then watch their YouTube videos, and then we get to see everything, and then talk about it. And
yeah,
I had to borrow screenshots from a lot of those videos, but because we don't have access to all this stuff yet.
yeah.
So
And another mention too, this is a preview build, so some of this stuff may not make it way through to the actual launch. It may change by the time season 11 goes live.
Yeah, and we didn't mention all the different other things that are all the different levels too. There's like, obviously you're going to get crowns. I didn't look to see how many crowns you get out of the battle pass, if it's changed at all. Crates at various levels in the free tier. There's quite a bit in the free tier still. And weapons. Usually when you get a skin, you get at least one of the weapon as well. So there's all that little stuff too, which you still get. And then the XP bonuses, I didn't. It was hard to tell if there's been any tweaks to the XP bonuses throughout the season. As far as I know, it's going to be similar. It was like 140%.
Yeah, it looked fairly like that when I the quick glance that I looked, but I would imagine the same thing with the crowns. The crowns you're going to get like just more to cover for next year's battle pass. So I think it's like 710 roughly or something like that.
Yeah. So we'll obviously know more once it's actually out, and you'll know at the same time. Yep. But that's where we'll stop it for tonight. Thanks for watching and listening. Please, like as we said in the beginning, like, share, subscribe, leave comments. We appreciate it. If you're listening to us from one of the other platforms, if there's a way to rate us, please give us a rating. Maybe it'll help other people find us as well. I don't know how many people are looking for bigger podcasts, but if they are, put them our way.
We got you covered because I think we're the only ones.
It might be, yeah. Again, I am Dr. Anton.
And I'm DJ Spencer.
All right. And until next time, stay safe in the Outlands and have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.
Lost your way again. You don't see your reflection. chance and flame up your dream. I know you'll find your way. You must be calm anyway. Grab your chance and flame up your dream. Flame up your